Hey guys, getting ready to do some editing today, and so I'm going to go ahead and get myself ready. Even if I'm just hanging out around the house, I like to take the time, put some makeup on. I like doing it. I like feeling creative. So we're just going to basically do the full face today using some different products that I've dug out of my collection. And we're going to use this eyeshadow palette, the Optimistic AF from BH Cosmetics. Looks like that. So the warm tones will kind of be our theme today. But I've been really enjoying doing these. I'm going to go ahead and just use some setting spray essentially, but two. Woo! This smells nice, but that is an aggressive mist. Oh my goodness. I'm also going to prime with the Mint Melt. It smells like a fruit salad. The Mint Melt Primer from e.l.f. Just a couple pumps of this. Anyway, I've been really enjoying doing like a daily shop my stash kind of thing. Kind of a tacky primer. It's like the Milk Makeup. I don't know what that one's called. I've never used it, but I'm totally drawing a blank right now. So the Milk Makeup one that's green as well. Okay. I'm actually also going to use the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, but I'm just going to use this in my T-zone area. My pores have been really showing lately. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of this on. It's a lot of bit of that, I guess. That's probably plenty. I am kind of curious to try the cookies and cream one because I heard it kind of smells like sweet. And I also heard it has like a creamier texture. I really like these, like the way that they look on your skin and they feel, but to spread it out, you got to work at it a little bit. So, all right, we're going to let all that kind of do its thing. Fill in my pores. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes. Believe Beauty Eyelid Primer. I like the tinted one. So I do have veins and redness, as I'm sure most of us do. Alright, so we're going to blend that in with a brush. Just patting it in. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows with the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, I believe. Yeah, the shade Taupe. I like the taupe shade in all the e.l.f. products for your brows. I've tried the blonde one in the little tiny pencil, and it pulled fairly red, and it wasn't dark enough for me. I kind of had to go over, and then it just like made my eyebrow red anyway because it was irritated for me doing that. So looks pretty good. Okay. All right, now that we have those filled in, I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation and concealer and things first. I'm going to use to set those today the Electric Mood, like the little brow soap type of stuff. I've never used this before. I had this. This actually like comes all the way out. You like get it wet and then put it on your brows. It seems to work really nicely. I will say the first time I used it, I think I used too much though. Like I went in and I was like, oh, this looks nice. And I kept going and I went back in. And by the time I was done with my makeup, they looked a little bit dusty, a little bit chalky. I think I put on too much and it dried like that. So maybe don't go as ham as I did with it. But and I also don't want my powder to stick to it, which I think may have also been my problem And those are not even. Oh, there. This is the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. I've only used this probably once. I got this during the summer. And it is the shade Fair 120N. And it was very, very light on me. And it was not a good look. And I haven't worn it since then, actually. So I'm going to give this another try. Hopefully the shade matches a little bit better. I'm actually just going to, let's see. I'm actually going to put a little bit down here to see how we're looking. Okay, I think blend it into the neck, that'll be fine. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and yesterday I redid my foundation 3 times. It looked crepey and cakey. It wasn't this foundation, but the foundation I was wearing I redid. I put on like 3 different things yesterday and didn't like any of them. This looks really pretty. Okay. I've heard really mixed reviews, so I'm curious to see how this wears. I've heard people love, love, love this, and I've heard people who are, it's heavy, yucky, whatever. I'm like, this looks really nice, and I've never used the CC cream from It Cosmetics, which is what the rumor is this is a dupe for. So, we'll see. That's the one I want to try if this one wears nicely. All right, we're going to go in for some concealer. I have the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. It's been a minute since I've worn this, so we'll see. This is the shade 2. That is darker than my foundation. So I think I'm actually also going to grab the shade 1 as well, since there's that. Okay. And this eye I've noticed lately seems to be aging faster than the other one. Like I put concealer on it immediately. It's like in the creases. There's a dark patch underneath. And it's done it with all of the concealers I've worn. Hydrating, mattifying. It's just one of those things. Getting up there in age. Alright. Thankfully I didn't fall on the floor. Okay. I just want to let that set for just a second before I put on my under eye powder, which is going to be the Fit Me in 05. This is probably my most repurchased makeup product. I mean, it definitely has to be. I have probably used up like 5 of these. Is that right? That seems like too many, but I know that I also like the containers of these. The lid kind of screws on and it actually like snaps. And when you open it, it doesn't like fall out everywhere. And I know I have some where it's just like, whew, you know, you just open it and it's just loose all over the place. So I've actually put other powders in these containers. There's actually a circle on the bottom you pop out. And so I have like 4 of these in my drawer with other powders in them. So I'm like, just going to set the under eye. Just a little bit of this. Like I said, this one's probably going to look a little bit crepey right there. It just has for a couple of days. I don't know. I'm not going to get hung up on one thing. saying as I'm hung up on one thing. But, okay. I'm actually going to put this through the T-zone because the face powder that I picked for today is my Bite Beauty Changemaker in medium, which is not a really dark powder, but I think it'll give me a little bit more color, which is about perfect because this is a light foundation. So I am going to use this. Grab a little powder brush. Oh my goodness, it's very warm. Okay. And we'll blend it down the neck a little bit. I'm gonna wear like a, probably not this, but like a sweatshirt that goes up here, so we'll just kind of blend it all together. It'll be fine. I will take a little bit more of my Maybelline. And this powder is like $6 or something. Okay. So like I said, I hadn't used that powder yet, and I thought with that really light foundation that might work, but oof. Okay. Looking pretty good so far. I'm not minding the way that this looks today. Like I said, yesterday was not a great makeup day for me, so I'm happy with this so far. All right, I'm gonna grab my contour, and I'm actually gonna use this giant palette from Carrot Beauty, perfectly defined. And we're gonna dip into a couple of these. Actually has a mirror in it. I'm gonna go into the shade Tan and the shade Sculpt. Let's tap that off. I don't know how pigmented this is. So. Okay. I'm not mad at it. I am going to take the little tiny brush that came with the set that I've briefly talked about this. The little tiny one. I'm going to take the tan shade mixed with the vanilla, like that yellowy shade next to it, and pull this down the side of the nose. I do like to do a little nose contour, but I don't, you know, cream contour and the highlight and all this stuff. I just like to give it a little bit of a shape. I find that I make it a little bit whiter, like the line. When I first tried to do this, I remember the first time I contoured my nose, and my husband said, do you know that you have 2 lines down the side of your nose? I said, yes, but you're not supposed to be able to notice. And he said, you can see him. So, a little bit of bronzer. This is a Marc Jacobs bronzer. It's one of my new Beach Cosmetics brushes. Again, this is the Birthstone collection. Super, super pretty. This is the Garnet brush. There's that. Now looking at this foundation though, after I've had it on, I feel like it may be one of those that comes off my nose like immediately. So that's a no-go if it is, but I'll have to keep an eye on it. I'll use it a couple more times. It also looks like I have a chunk missing, like a foundation on the center of my nose. On some blush, and this is the e.l.f. Primer Infused blush in Always Peachy pigment. That was the theme of what I was doing today, just okay, blend that in there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on my highlighter, which is the MAC Double Gleam today. Ooh, look how blingy that looks in that light. Ooh. Okay. Alright, and I've also been doing my lipstick before I do my eyeshadow, which is unusual for me. Blending in this highlighter here. I really been liking this brush. The Poison Shock BH Cosmetics set. It says it's an eyeshadow blending brush, but oh my goodness, be taking up my whole entire eye. Okay. Double Gleam, so nice. All right, so we'll go ahead and set the eyebrows. I like to have my brows done before I do my eye makeup. It kind of gives me a frame. I'm actually just going to spray that. And grab the spoolie that it came with. Came with this little guy here. Alright, I'm just going to run the whole like circle. I don't know, I thought this was kind of neat. I was kind of impressed. I feel like it really, I don't know if you can see the difference. Oh yeah, you can. Stood my hairs up. But I'm interested now in trying the e.l.f. Not pomade, but the like the brow gel, but it's like a jelly gel. If that makes any sense at all. The actual gel from e.l.f. It's in a pot like this, but it's actually like a hair gel texture. But you can really feel this in your brows. I will say that much. Like it feels like it went. So if you're not a fan of that, you might not enjoy that. Okay, let me grab a lipstick and put that on, and then we'll get started on the eyes. All right, we've got a cute little lip on now. We're gonna go in with our eyeshadow, and this, like I said, is the Optimistic AF from the Say It collection from BH Cosmetics. I think these are still on sale over there. I got mine for $4 or $5 a piece. I bought all of them because they were $4 or $5 a piece. I think they're more than that now, but I've only used 1 or 2 of them. I think I've only ever swatched this one, so this will be my first use of this. I've not had these very long. I bought a lot of stuff around like Christmas, Thanksgiving time, even into the new year when everybody was having their sales. So I have a lot of stuff I still haven't given a good go yet. Okay. I'm very excited to see though what we can come up with for this. This was the inspiration for the rest of the things that I picked out. The peach blush, the champagne highlighter, this like peachy pinky lip we've got going. Actually, I have on the Becca lipstick in Melon. I thought it would be more orangey when I was picking it out. And then this is actually a Revlon lipstick in Berry Rich. These are almost exactly the same. Like realistically swatched out, these are here. There's Revlon. And here's Becca. Revlon is here and Becca is here. They are very, very similar. And so Becca's no longer a thing. So if you didn't get that one, apparently Berry Rich by Revlon, if they still sell it, is the exact same color. So our eyes primed and ready to go. I'm not quite sure where I want to go with this whole thing. I do know I want to use the shade LOL down here at the bottom. And I think we'll just kind of lean more toward the warm orangey tones in here. And we'll just see what we come up with here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start with a fluffy brush. I started with the darkest shade yesterday when I did a look, so I'm going to do a little bit of a different technique today and see. Just have fun. I'm just playing. I'm going to take the shade Smiley Face down here in the corner. I'm going to put that into the crease. Okay, so here is that shade in the crease. That's really pretty. And you can see how my eyebrows are still standing up from that. So it works. I don't know if they have that. That's not in that limited edition collection. I know they have that gel stuff now, but I wonder if they still have that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to go into the orange and then up into the red. Like, I think I'm going to go ahead and use these two and just, yeah, go for it. All right, I'm going to take half full, which is that bright orange shade. I'm actually going to take that into the crease. Now I'm going to go in with that angled brush I used yesterday for the outer corner. This is the Pearl brush from the collection. All right, it's that more angled. That's the only bad thing about white brushes is they look like this. And by the time I'm done with them, they will not look like that. All right, I'm going to take the Good Vibes Only, which is that really... where is it? This shade over here, this red shade. Alright, I think I'm going to actually switch back to the brush I was putting the orange on with. Alright, so I'm switching back to the Opal brush. I'm using the Good Vibes Only. Alright. I think that's pretty good for that. So I'm going to take that fluffy brush again, and I'm actually going to take Bright Side up here in the corner. I'm going to dust that on the outside this time. Like lightly. That is bright. You can see it kind of focused it there. This is really pigmented. This is cute. Okay. Alright. Getting Skittles vibes. I don't know why. Okay. So for one more dip, we're going to go into Good Vibes Only, which is the red. I'm going to just pack that into the crease a little bit. Okay. So there's that. Beautiful. I'm going to take the shade Silver Lining, which is this deepest brown over here, on that angled brush. I'm going to put that on the outside. Let me see. I kind of want to try like one of these little pencil brushes. Yeah, it's more of like a crease brush. Alright, I'm going to try this turquoise brush. It's like a little pencil brush. The handle of this, though, is so pretty. It actually has like glitter in it. I don't think you can see that. But there's actually glitter in the handle. Like, so pretty. Alright. Silver lining on this pencil brush. Okay, that looks so pretty. Oh my goodness. I've not been into like warm tones lately. I might be back. Might be back in. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to go ahead and go underneath the eye with the yellow and see how I want. Oh, on the wire. Okay. I think I'm going to take this one. This little pink pointy brush. Alright, I'm going to take this brush into Ray of Sunshine, which is that neon yellow. Ooh, or do I want to do the inner corner with this? Oh, decisions, decisions. Okay, I think I'm going to put it right here for the moment, and we'll see. That is yellow. Yellow. So my dad answers the phone. Look at that. That pigment. Oh my goodness gracious. So it's kind of giving me vibes of like a monochromatic palette, but looking at this, I'm like, this doesn't feel like a monochromatic. This is amazing. Look at that. And that's without any shimmers on it. And I'm definitely putting shimmer on, but oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to take that little pencil brush now, that turquoise brush that I used for the outer corner, and I'm going to take a little bit of silver lining and good vibes only. And I'm going to mix those and just go on this very outer edge. I don't want to pull that in. I'm going to take my glitter glue. Dog's making some noise. Okay, I'm going to take my glitter glue on my little glitter brush. What are they calling it? The Moda Glam Topper. If it drives you crazy to have like cream products on your brushes, this actually works really, really well because you can just wipe it off. It's like a silicone spatula essentially. I always use a glitter primer no matter what palette. I just always use a glitter primer. And I don't really do many cut creases with like concealer. I would rather almost just do it with this. I feel like this gives me that nice tacky base for it to stick to rather than like a concealer that dries down. That's just not my preference. Alright, I'm going to take it's like a little flat brush. Use one of this as a sapphire. Probably a concealer brush, but I'm going to take LOL, which is this golden shade down here. one other person to really talk about these, and that's Angelica. And she was not wrong. I feel like we need more blush though. It looks like I now have no blush on with all this eye makeup on. Okay. So I'm just going to pat this over where it kind of blends into the brown. On this brush that I put the yellow on, I'm actually going to take the shade Happy Camper in the center. This like white, but it has actually more of a yellow gold color to it. And I'm going to put that in the center. Woo! Which color do I want? I feel like I kind of want to go with the yellow and just kind of make everything yellow. So I think I will do that, and I will apply some mascara and some eyeliner. And maybe some more blush. We'll see. That took a lot longer than it should have. I will tell you why. So I put on some mascara, a couple coats, a couple different kinds. And I also put on some eyeliner, and I put on this Milani Stay Put. The eyeliner itself is really a good eyeliner. I cannot apply eyeliners like this, where it's two separate pieces. I don't know if you can see this. So ignore the eyeliner on here. Let's pretend like that didn't happen. I had to go over it and fix it with a pen, felt tip or brush tip. I prefer a pen. I'm discovering that about myself, like I don't have the patience for it at this point. So I will not be using that anymore. I'm probably going to do some declutters coming up of the rest of my makeup collection. I've already done one of my eyeshadows, but I think I do want to add a little more blush before we're all finished here. And again, I'm going to put on some more of the Always Peachy from e.l.f. Just going to add a little bit more with the eyes and the lips. There's a lot going on, so I like to balance out the face. All right. And with that, we'll do a little on the end of too much. We'll do a little on the end of the nose. All right. And with that, I think we're done. What do we think of the eyes using the Optimistic AF palette? I love this. Like I said, I've not worn warm tones like this in a long time. In my waterline, I do have the LA Girl Shockwave in Screamin'. So I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope it inspired you to do something, even in the snowy winterness we're experiencing, something a little more fun, a little bit more summery, fall even. Yeah, I hope that you will come back, because we'll be doing this almost every day, having a good time, trying out some makeup we already have and that we need to be using. Have a good day.